Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
It's that time of year again, but filing taxes doesn't have to be scary. Tech, of course, can help. Our next guest is with a company that makes it easy no matter what your tax situation is or how you want to file. CPA and Tax Expert with Intuit TurboTax is Lisa Greene-Lewis. Lisa, welcome back Into Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Of course, not as busy as you guys these days. This is tis the season, right? So you're very busy.
Yeah.
But we wanted to find out, of course, what's the latest with Intuit TurboTax. Are there new things? Is there something new this year that we should all be aware of, especially as it relates to doing our taxes?
Yes, there's a lot I have to tell you today. So what's new with TurboTax? First, we have 3 ways to file for free. So we have our TurboTax Free Edition, which is free all season, but new this year, we have our TurboTax Live Basic offer, where you can get help along the way from a TurboTax Live tax expert, or you can fully hand your taxes off to them with our TurboTax Live full service basic offer.
We can even get some tax advice for free by speaking with an expert.
Right. If you have a simple tax return, you can get help along the way, or you can fully hand your taxes off now this year.
Wow. That's very handy, because we've had a couple of listeners that say, yeah, but I heard they weren't doing a free thing anymore because some other companies have made changes. I said, no, I think TurboTax has still got a free version. And now you've added to that, which is very helpful for a lot of people.
Yes, we are fully committed to helping people file for free. And there are over 60 million taxpayers that have a simple tax return. So they can qualify for our offer. And by simple tax return, I mean W-2 income, filing 1040 form only, standard tax deduction. And if you have kids, getting some of the credits for kids like the child tax credit, earned income tax credit, and also if you have student loan interest, you would be able to use the offers. And then TurboTax Free Edition, where you do your taxes yourself for free, that's available the entire season.
Oh, that's terrific. And I wish I could use the free version, but unfortunately my life is more complicated than that. But that's great, because I didn't know there were that many people that can take advantage of the free edition. So, man, you're helping a lot of folks, and you guys aren't making any money doing it. How do you stay in business?
I mean, we just want to help those people. We also, depending on your situation, whether you're self-employed, whether you're an investor, you can also use our products. And then you can also use our TurboTax Live experts to get help along the way, or fully have your taxes done, even if you're self-employed, a homeowner, or have these different situations. And one thing I want to point out with our TurboTax Live full service, we use AI and machine learning to match you with the right tax expert for your specific situation. So they're experienced in your specific situation. If like you're self-employed, or you're an investor, or, what's really on the rise, like you invest in cryptocurrency, they can help you along the way or fully do your taxes for you.
I think that's terrific. And the fact that you guys have always used technology to help all of us in filing our taxes, and you take it those steps further, especially with the ability to get expert help. I like how you say you can just turn over the taxes. So you don't have to go into some storefront in a town nearby you. You can still do it all online and still hand things over to your TurboTax experts, and they'll take care of things.
Right. They'll take care of it for you, and they'll also give you status updates along the way, so you know where your tax return is in the process. of being done, and also to make it easier for customers. In the beginning, new this year, we have a tax prep assistant. So before you get matched with a tax expert, the tax prep assistant will help you with, what documents to gather, just to make that easier, and then help with the process of matching you with, also help with the process of matching you with the right tax expert.
Got you. And those services, correct me if I'm wrong, are available to anyone, even if you don't have a simple return, right?
Right. No matter what your tax situation, you can either do it yourself or connect with the TurboTax Live tax expert.
Gotcha. And let's assume now that if you don't have a very simple return where you can use your free service, what do the prices start at? And are there different packages available that folks can then take advantage of based on whatever their needs are?
Yes, so there are different prices. Again, the simple tax return, you do it totally free. And then all the way up, our TurboTax Self-Employed is the highest product that we have, and do-it-yourself is $119. And then getting help from a tax expert is additional.
Gotcha.
But everything, all the pricing is, transparent on TurboTax.com.
Gotcha. And I've always taken advantage, because I've had to with being self-employed, of that higher end, but it's always been beneficial. And that's what counts. You've got the Ask the Expert options and things just kind of help hold your hand. I think that's what I like most about it, is that the TurboTax system sort of holds my hand through the process. And it's like, what does that mean? Well, I can click the question mark, or I can click the information button. Oh, yes, I have that, or whatever. And obviously, it's a lot of research and development that goes into it from your company's standpoint to say, all right, how do we make it easier? Because God knows our federal government doesn't help us make things easier. So you guys have to do a lot of digging every year. What's changed in tax law, what we need to look at that perhaps we don't think about, but you do.
Right. Yeah, we are constantly looking at the tax law changes, staying up to date on those, as well as trends. I know a big trend we have seen over the last couple of years, the rise in investors. So our TurboTax Premier new this year, you can import up to 10,000 stock transactions and 4,000 cryptocurrency transactions all at once from your financial institution or your cryptocurrency platform.
Wow.
And it's pretty incredible. Like, it really does pull them in all at once where you're not entering all of that information, and it goes to the right forms, and you're accurately reporting your gains and losses.
Because I was going to ask about cryptocurrency. A lot of folks have been dabbling in that. I have, to the tune of like $100 or so, just because we talk about it on the show. It's like, okay, let me buy a little bit of that and a little bit of this. I don't think I've made any money, but it's good to know that I've got 3 or 4 different accounts with some kind of crypto, a tiny little piece of Bitcoin, because at $40,000, I don't own a single coin.
Right.
But it's good to know that I can just upload that info, and then you guys say, oh yeah, you lost. Well, good. I mean, it didn't make any money, so I'm not paying any tax on it. But I wouldn't know that, except now you can handle crypto as well. I think that's got to be very helpful to a lot of people, especially those that are dabbling, if you will, or folks who are very serious into it, and no pun intended for your company name, but very serious into crypto and saying, now what do I do, right?
Right. Yes, that was one of the pain points that we got after for investors that have a lot of transactions. Manually entering those transactions was painful for them. Yes. So we really listened to what customers were saying, and improved our TurboTax Premier product.
Terrific. And the fact that you can also handle so many thousands of stocks as well, because again, they're just as difficult and have been for many years to keep track of. Did I make anything? Yeah, I get a check every quarter for $1.13. Ooh, I can buy lunch, on a couple of accounts. obviously not a lot of money there. But the fact is, you still need to report things and then determine whether you owe any money on some of these things. So the fact that you make it simple is truly very, very helpful, as well that it should be. Any other new things this year with taxes that we need to watch out for or pay particular attention to?
Yes, the big thing with taxes this year, millions of people received the advanced child tax credit. So they received a portion of their child tax credit that they would be eligible for 2021. The IRS issued a new letter, letter 6419, and it reports the accurate amount of advanced child tax credit that you received. When you sit down to do your taxes, you should have that form in front of you so you can accurately input, or have whoever's preparing your tax return accurately input that amount that you received. You want to have that accurate so you don't have any processing delays. And you want to get your refund as soon as possible, and also so that you can claim the other portion of child tax credit that you're eligible for. Gotcha. And then also there was a third stimulus payment under the American Rescue Plan. So the IRS issued letter 6475, and they also suggest that you have that letter in front of you if you're eligible for more stimulus, because you can claim the recovery rebate credit. But to avoid delays in processing, you want to input the correct amount that the IRS sent to you.
Go. And we all hope we're eligible for more stimulus. We can all use some more stimulus. But along those lines, Lisa, do we have to pay any tax on any stimulus that we've received?
Yeah, so stimulus payments are not taxable.
Good.
And, just let's say you had a change, you ended up having lower income in 2021 and didn't end up getting the full amount of stimulus, you can claim the recovery rebate credit when you go to file your taxes. So you definitely want to do that. And then the same with the child tax credit. If you didn't receive the full amount and let's say your income was lower, you may be eligible for more child tax credit.
Wow, terrific. You are always a wealth of information, and we appreciate it. We also appreciate the fact that you have provided us with several TurboTax codes to share with our audience. So many people listening that are not able to do one of those simple returns for free already at TurboTax.com want to participate, because you may be able to win one of the codes that Lisa sent us that are good for any of their products. So we thank you very much for that. And Lisa, as always, thank you for your expertise and spending a few minutes with us. It's good to get you every tax season whenever we can, and your input is valuable and very helpful.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Lisa Greene-Lewis is CPA and Tax Expert with Intuit TurboTax, and we invite you to visit TurboTax.com, which will automatically get you to TurboTax.intuit.com. You'll see when you get there. And of course, when you visit us at IntoTomorrow.com, we'll get you to Lisa's site, and you'll see all the cool things that they have available for you. So thanks again very much, Lisa. I'm Dave Graveline. We stay tuned, and we ask you to do the same as Into Tomorrow continues right here on the Advanced Media Network.